Howdy all. Sort of felt the need to make this video. I won't be actually playing in it though, so if you want to hear me playing or whatever, check out one of the other videos. I just thought I'd explain something that I've come across over the last few months. I have 3 Stratocasters. I have a really expensive Fender Deluxe with gold hardware. It was a 50th anniversary edition with S1 switching. I have an American Highway 1 Stratocaster with hot noiseless pickups, and now I have this, the Fender Mexican Standard, and I've also changed the pickups here to Sumerian Cobalt pickups, which are the same as the ones in the Deluxe, because for me, I don't like having the noise. There's one thing I look for when I buy a guitar nowadays, and that's the neck. If the neck is the same shape as what I'm used to playing, then odds are I'll buy the guitar. I've had a few instances where I've bought a guitar and not realised, in my younger days or in more inexperienced days, where I basically found the neck I liked, which was a thinner neck. The fatter necks don't appeal to me too much unless it's on a 335. But yeah, what I wanted to explain was, since I've had this fixed, and by fixed I mean I've taken out the pickups and replaced them with these, the neck on this is the same radius and same satin finish as the Highway and the Deluxe. The Deluxe is a nicer finish, but it's still satin. The satin finish is my favourite. I'm not a huge fan of the high gloss. Which means essentially now this sounds as good as any of my other guitars, and it cost me only a couple of $100. So and it plays just as well. I honestly can't tell a difference between this and my Deluxe. I mean, the finish on the Deluxe is really nice. It looks cool, but this plays just as well as any of my other guitars. This has recently been my guitar of choice. I bought this when I was in America, and it cost me, I don't know, $370 or something like that. In Australia they're about $8.99. But yeah, I just wanted to prove a point that I know some people are probably saying, yeah, but the hardware on it's not as good. I haven't had any problems with the hardware on this guitar, none whatsoever. I've had problems with the hardware on the American guitars, which I don't know what that actually says, but I also did make the other modification. I changed the colour of the tone pots here to like that off-white, and I got some stickers when I was in Texas, so I stuck them on there. But yeah, don't be fooled by the American guitars. I think you can probably get the sound you want out of a Strat by buying a Mexican and then basically replacing the pickups, especially for those people who aren't in the US where stuff's a lot more expensive. Yeah, just keep that in mind. I was told, and I don't know if this is true or I read, that the Mexican design is as close to the original design as what they had back in the old days, which is a pretty sought after sound. So keep that in mind. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of my findings, I guess, when it comes to guitars. I've had heaps over the years. And from now on, I don't think I'll be buying US Strats anymore, only because this Mexican plays as good as any of my others. And it didn't cost me that much, and I get to also get a set of pickups that I like and that I can put in there. And the same finish on the neck. While it might not be as pretty as the finish on some of the other guitars I have, the finish is great on the back of the neck, I mean, too, not the fretboard. So if we flip it over, I'm talking about this finish. It's exactly the same neck that's on my Fender Deluxe, exactly the same neck that's on my Highway 1, probably made in the other factory or whatever, but the satin finish, man, that's where it's at for me. And yeah, so for any of those who have a Mexican and they're not quite happy with it, the only modification I'd have to make, or say that I'd like to make on one, is just to change the pickups over, and you got your guitar that sounds as good as anything else. And I can't tell the difference, after playing for all these years. So keep that in mind.